So, people talk about God. I did a painting on it, but what I see is metaphysical that we can't explain. We can't explain the universe. I mean, who do we think we are? We're God if we can explain the universe, I guess. Yeah, people have customs and traditions and beliefs, and a lot of that is supported by the church they go to. It's just like being different. If you're a Catholic, you got a bunch of people. It's like what Jordan Peterson talked about, the not the camel, but the zebra, and you feel comfortable and you guys can relax and say, oh, I believe that too, or I believe that. I think that's the way you should treat each other. I think we should worship on Saturday. I think we should worship on Friday. And there is something about life that is so magnanimous and some experience is so wonderful that you just know there's a God. There's a heaven. There is a heaven. There is a hell. You've been in hell. Whether or not we can prove that metaphysically, I have the imagination hell is in the center of the earth. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. And I sure as heck can't tell other people how to believe or think. Those experiences and those lessons learned in families, churches, schools, travel. I was a big fan of Joseph Campbell, and I just always enjoyed listening to him. Other people have never heard him, and maybe they've gone to the Baptist church their whole life and they believe everything the Baptist minister tells them. And, Muslims, the same way. It's good to get out and get cross-cultural religion and belief systems and learn about it. That's education. And I think teaching, church is good in school. I think we should study all the religions so you know what you're dealing with. The belief system. I think the morals, that's a local, like you're moral because you do this, but ethics is something different. Like to me, the artists that get out of art school make stuff like games that are violent and selling it to kids. I'm like, that's not really ethical. Could you come up with something better? We don't want these murders. I think all the religions, except for maybe extremist Muslim, but they're in the freaking desert. I mean, they don't even have water or food or any kind of entertainment. I bet they are angry because maybe they see it, but maybe they don't have a way to achieve or attain it. Not yet. So I think people are just people, and we learn different belief systems. And the atheists, I would say metaphysical for them. They don't want to believe any kind of belief that's put forward by the church, which sometimes it's really good. It could be better. It could always be better. But, I did see a Baptist church on Monument Avenue in Richmond have a televangelist making a lot of money, big, expensive church. And I was like, do you think maybe you could build the ghetto, the Gilpin Court? Do you think you could maybe chip in and get them some playground equipment for their kids? But community does not believe in that. Like churches helping each other. I guess they're in competition. It's kind of petty. But we really have to share information and care for each other and try to be kind. If you have a therapy issue, a friend of mine, and I'm not going to say who it was, but she wants to be in a psycho spinster band. And first off, I don't sing. I'm trying to sing, but I don't want to be identified as psycho or spinster. And I sure as heck don't want my audience who do suffer maybe psychiatric illness that I'm making fun of it. And I asked a neighbor, and he said, well, she's probably just needing therapy because that sounds like a therapeutic art idea.